Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the Master of Hoppets. Today joined by
Pete.
Yes, and we're checking out another beer that I got from Beer Dome. So thanks a ton to Beer Dome for the beer. Link for the shop is down below. So this is going to be the first beer from the set of Origin of Darkness, or I think it's all of the set that they released at Collective Arts Brewing. So Collective Arts has a series called Origin of Darkness where they collaborate with different breweries making dark beers. And this one is from the 2019 release, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was bottled on 16th of October 19 and it came to Europe a couple of months ago. And this one is their collab with Voodoo Brewery. Voodoo is very renowned for stouts, Man Bear Pig being the big hype one they do. But this is the Origin of Darkness made in collaboration with Voodoo Brewery, and this is an Imperial Stout aged in bourbon barrels for 2 years and conditioned on cacao nibs and cassia bark. So, well, cinnamon, not the real Ceylon cinnamon, but not fake cinnamon, but the other kind of cinnamon, the one that's worse for you. You know, cinnamon in big amounts is actually toxic.
Yeah.
And apparently cassia bark is
even
more
worse.
toxic, but it tastes great. So.
Okay.
Yeah, it also has a bit more of a raw, spicy, intense cinnamon flavor, whereas Ceylon cinnamon is a bit more mild or mellow or sweet. Yeah.
Aromatic.
Yeah. So it says with this project, the mission is to infuse terroir into premium barrel-aged beers by including ingredients that are representative from each brewer's homeland.
All right.
So I wonder,
exciting.
cacao nibs, cassia bark? I don't know if cinnamon
Bourbon.
is... Yeah. I don't know where Voodoo is also based. I think it's in the South. Bourbon is definitely American.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We don't have chocolate.
No.
I guess maybe that's been an initial idea of the series, but you know, most of these things, it doesn't seem very indigenous to Canada and the States.
Maybe it's what do we want to bring?
Maybe. So, but this will be interesting. This sounds very nice, and I love Voodoo beers. And this is the first Collective Arts beer we review on the channel, and it's
This
not
is
too...
my first of the series as well.
Yeah, and also like Collective Arts, or not Collective, Canadian beer, it's not too often we see that here.
No.
So, pours out, a very nice black color. It looked quite thick coming out of the glass, and very black.
Very black.
Like the pitch dark is the black opaque, and then like really nice roasty looking tan head on top as well. But I can smell the cinnamon from here. Like it's a very pungent cinnamon aroma. But yeah, let's check it out. Very spicy cinnamon.
Whoa.
Really spicy cinnamon. It's like, almost like Fireball whiskey.
Yeah, it is because you also have the booziness.
Yeah, like that sweet boozy bourbon. It really reminds me of Fireball whiskey.
But you also have some kind of bread.
Yeah. I'm also getting like, it's like almost like a, I don't know, just for a quick whiff and then I'm not getting any more, but for a quick second I got pistachios or something, like a green nuttiness, but it's kind of gone now. The chocolate is also there, but wow, there's a lot of cinnamon.
Cinnamon and cocoa.
It smells very old school. I don't know, have you had like, or not old school, but like not like crazy thick or crazy, like it's not crazy thick. It is, you know, I can't judge how thick it is based on the aroma, but it smells like old school, slightly old school, like legit with real ingredients kind of Imperial Stout, not like crazy fake adjuncty, which I like. Not like, it's not like, it doesn't smell like aromas.
It is a bit more fudgy than the old school.
Yeah, for sure.
But it has the feeling of a base.
Yeah.
That is old school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's also some dark fruit in here.
Yeah, definitely.
Like a little bit.
Definitely.
And also
when it just was standing here and the ooze came up, I actually thought I kind of got like grapey.
Yeah.
Like
I can see that.
Bit of red wine.
Yeah.
Grape.
Yeah. I'm also getting vanilla notes for sure from the barrel, and then
definitely
like roasty, licoricey, slightly tobacco notes. Maybe not so much licorice, but definitely like pipe tobacco or something like that.
Yeah, from the wood.
Yeah, I think maybe both the wood and the base, but it smells really nice.
It does.
It's a huge cinnamon bomb. So
yeah,
let's give it a taste. Cheers, and thanks to Beer Dome for the beer. Wow, there's a lot of cinnamon. Huge cinnamon flavor.
But not the cinnamon bun.
No. It's
not
like dry cinnamon.
Not the sweet, glazed.
No.
Cinnamon. This
it's
is
like
dry.
Really dry.
Is dry.
Like really dry cinnamon, but also really dry woody. And I think it's because it's been in the barrel for 2 years. Like much, it does have some nice, like fluffy, creamy mouthfeel, but it's really
it disappears quickly into this balanced, boozy, vanilla, cinnamon.
Yeah. Yeah, like boozy is definitely boozy vanilla. Like again, almost like Fireball whiskey.
Yeah, that doesn't.
Or just Jack Daniels, cinnamon Jack Daniels. I don't know. It's called something else. Jack and Fire, Jack and something. They kind of stole that name. And like even Jim Beam does that stuff now. But it's almost like that flavor because it's like spicy. It's like you can feel it tickling your palate, almost like chili.
It does.
It's like really hefty on it. It's almost similar to something like. Have you ever had Jackie O stouts?
Yep.
I think it's like in this kind of same vein.
Yeah.
Because they're also something like, especially like something like, it's not as good as Oro Negro, I think, at all. But Oro Negro barrel age also has like the same dry cinnamon thing.
Okay. I haven't had that one.
Okay.
I've had a few Jack Daniels, but I can't remember.
But they're also these kind of old school-esque beers, but not really.
No. I think the mouthfeel in this one is a bit
definitely
special.
also dark fruity.
Yeah. So it has a lot of stone fruit, or dark fruit,
prunes, figs, stuff like that.
That's, and the mouthfeel is a bit thin compared to what it looks like.
Yeah,
I think.
it looked like thicker pouring out, and I think also like the dryness supports it that it's not like crazy thick either. I mean, it is velvety, and I think it at one point might have been quite thick, but like I think there's a lot since it's been in the barrel for 2 years. It's like almost all
the angels
spirit.
the angels took their part.
Yeah, And also, like, I think that's like all booze left in that barrel is in the beer, and booze in general dries out a beer. So, wow, it's got a lot of cinnamon. I think it's the most cinnamon forward beer I've had in a long time. Like, if you don't like cinnamon, you won't like this because it's like so heavy on it.
Yeah.
But I think it's really good though. I think I would have liked a bit more body and less dryness and a bit more sweetness. I think it's a bit too dry. That's the only like big kicker for me. The chocolate is also there, but it really takes a backseat to the cinnamon. It's crazy so much cinnamon is on this. And the kind of generic nuttiness, I'm also kind of getting that roasty toasty. Definitely also like slightly leathery.
Yeah.
And like, the pipe tobacco is there too. Nice roasted malt. Almost like slightly tart. Like tart grapes or tart cherries or something like that.
It almost has like tannin.
Yeah, completely agree. You get that from wood too.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
So it's like a dry tannic structure to it for sure, like a dry woody tannin, and like it's actually also fairly oaky, quite oaky. Even like the cinnamon really dominates.
It comes so secondary to the cinnamon.
Yeah, because like up front it's just all cinnamon, and then like all the other things come on the aftertaste, and like after just the cinnamon kind of settles a bit. But I think it's really good. But like compared to some of the Voodoo beers I've had, I think it's just it's lacking a bit. I mean, I've had very mixed opinion. Like most of the Voodoo stuff I've had has been phenomenal, but I've also had a couple like variants that have been like in the similar vein as this, like because they barrel aged for quite a long time, and like some of them, I think it's some of the Black Magic variants. They were also like these like really bone dry but very spirit barrel forward beers because it's also very spirit barrel like bourbon forward. Yeah, so I think it's in the same way as some of those. But they
should have gotten a new barrel. After 1 year, if they want to get it for 2 years, they should get it to a new barrel instead of on the same one, because I think that dried it out too much. Yeah,
I think that's definitely part of it. Unless that's what they wanted to do, make it nice and a really dry Imperial Stout. It makes it, it makes it kind of drinkable. 11.5%. You don't taste it? I don't think so.
Ish.
Maybe it's I think for me it's more like that bourbon booze flavor, more so than like the beer itself.
I think it's a bit unbalanced. On the ways that it feels, it needs more base sweetness to complement the.
I think that would suit it for sure. Yeah, like a sweeter, slightly thicker base, but I still think it's a very good beer.
Yeah.
So I'm like 93. I think it's very nice. It's like 4.25 on tap for me.
I think 4 straight up, so 90.
It's a nice barrel aged Imperial Stout, but again, I've had Voodoo Stouts that've been better than this. I can't say about Collective Arts because I haven't had enough yet, but we still have, I think it's 3 different beers in this series to try from the recent release, so stay tuned for that. There is collab with Crack, I don't know that brewery, I can't remember where they're from. Then with Siren, and then one with Prairie. So those are the last ones left. But we started out with Voodoo because Voodoo is quite hyped and it sounded really good. And it is also very nice, but it's not like the best of the best, especially compared to a hype brewery like Voodoo on the label.
I think they could. have hit it a bit higher.
I think so. So, but hey, it's still worth a shot for sure, guys, if you get a chance to try the Collective Arts Origin of Darkness collab with Voodoo. The Imperial Stout aged in bourbon barrels for 2 years with cacao nibs and cassia bark. So if you guys have a chance to try this one, let us know what you thought of it. Which one of these should we look forward to try the most? Because we have the 4 that they released over here in Europe. And as always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Ring the bell to get notifications. And also, remember to check out Beer Dome. Link for the shop is down below. And we're going to say cheers.
Cheers.
And see you guys in another beer review.